Hello everyone, this is Chirantan welcoming you to my channel and the next presentation. As a nominated faculty of Institute of Chartered Accountants of India for various management training and communication courses, I come across this usual query from students regarding articleship and especially articleship in Big Four. Though I have stints with two of the Big Fours, but never as an article. So, to get you information directly from the horse's mouth, I have looped in a prodigy who happened to cross my path during one of the sessions. She will share her experience in one of the biggies and also how to crack your way into it. So, without wasting any more moment, I pass on my screen to Divya. Thank you.
Hello friends, I hope all of you are doing good and keeping safe. In this pandemic period, it is very important that we not only take care of our physical well-being but also our mental health. So before I begin with this video, I would urge all of you to stay safe, take care of your physical as well as mental well-being. So through this video, I would like to share my articleship experience with all of you. So before I begin with my experience, I would like to introduce myself. So I am Divya Tibriwal. I've completed my graduation from Shri Ram College of Commerce and I'm currently pursuing my articleship from Ernst & Young, which is one of the big four accounting firms. So when I say the word articleship for any CA student, it seems to be the most crucial part of the entire CA course. Not only because it is a 3-year long journey, but because it provides us an insight into the practical world. The things that we have been learning through our foundation or the IPCC course actually comes into practice when we join articleship. So this 3-year journey is a long way and a very important journey for us, and it is very important that we make this decision well-informed manner. And after considering all the perspectives, all the possible choices that we have, and all the factors that affect our choice. So today I'll be sharing my articleship experience with you all, hoping that it helps you make your decision, provides you a better knowledge about the kind of firms that we have and what are the factors that we need to consider before making a choice. Just before I begin with, I would like to put forward this disclaimer that this video is not intended to promote any one firm over the others. The only purpose of this video is to ensure that the viewers are able to get proper information and are able to make an informed decision regarding their articleship. So we'll be doing this video in 3 parts. The first one would be talking about what are the factors that you need to consider while you choose a firm for your articleship. The second would be talking about how the selection process of any Big Four organization moves, and the third would be talking about what are in particular the things that I learned, and in general what are the benefits of doing your articleship from Big Four. So let us begin with the first part. When I talk about the factors that affect the choice we make regarding our articleship firm, so there can be multiple factors, but the most important one that I think and I have practically experienced is that when you go into a Big Four, your inclination mostly is towards specialization in one aspect of the plethora of things that a CA does. It could be taxation, it could be audit, it could be transaction advisory or anything. So when you enter a Big Four, it is basically that you're provided a platform where you could specialize in either of these sectors. So before you make up your mind to apply in the Big Four, to make a choice as to whether to go for a mid-sized firm or a big firm, you should be very sure about the area that you want to go to. Because the chances of getting your area changed or moving to any other area becomes very less. So once you're very clear in your mind as to whether you want to go to the audit field or you want to go for taxation or probably any other field that is offered in the CA course, because the Big Four has an organizational structure which would offer you a very specialized sector and not a generalized one, unlike the mid-sized firms which give you an insight into probably a part of taxation, a part of audit and a part of other aspects as well. A Big Four would only, so if you choose audit, a Big Four would give you an insight into the audit, and audit is further divided into many smaller parts as in stat audit, tax audit or probably internal audit and other such sectors. So you need to be very clear and confident as to which sector you actually want to go, and you'll be able to continue with it for 3 years or not. So this was the major factor that you need to consider when you make your mind to go for a Big Four. Now moving on to the selection procedure. So when I talk about the selection procedure, these firms mostly prefer the students who have cleared their intermediate either in one attempt or at max 2 or 3 attempts. So if you've not appeared for your intermediate as of now, your focus should be entirely on clearing them at the first attempt or at most second attempt. So I would say give your 100% to these exams, and once you've cleared these exams, the process is a bit lengthy but not very tough. So since I applied through my college, and it was a 4-stage process, whereby in the first stage we had a written aptitude test. After qualifying that aptitude test, we had to appear for a technical round. So hearing the word technical, you must be thinking that this round must be very theoretical and knowledge oriented, but here also they check your confidence, your capabilities, your skills and talent. So in the technical round as well, you need to emphasize on the fact that whatever answer you give, you're very confident about it, and even if they cross question you, try to make you feel that your answer might be wrong, you're not going to give in, and if you're sure that your answer is right, you stick to your answer without being offensive. Without being offensive is the main point here. So if you're confident about your answer, please stick to your answer. Now, for the technical round, they'll ask you questions regarding audit and accountancy mainly. And if you apply for the taxation field, the questions would be on direct or indirect tax depending upon the area that you've applied for. Now, after the technical round, you'll have a basic HR round. The HR round would be talking about why you want to join the firm, what are your skills, what are your talents, what are your plus points, what are your weaknesses, etc. A generalized sort of questions. Once you clear the HR round, you will be moved towards the director or the partner round. So this round is basically to judge your personality, whereby they ensure that you are confident enough to handle the situations that might arise during this professional period. So you need to portray yourself very confident and show them that you have the skills to handle the clients properly and handle situations that might be adverse. So I would say confidence is the key for the entire process. Apart from knowledge, you need to have a strong level of confidence in yourself, and you should be able to tackle toughest of the situations possible. So there are various ways through which you could apply to these organizations. Some of these are through your LinkedIn profile. I think creating a LinkedIn profile whereby you could follow the pages which these firms have would be an important thing from your end. So you could get to know about the walk-in interviews that they have, or probably the vacancies that they have. You can apply through their websites. Now once you get through these organizations, be it small firm or be it big firm, they teach you the technical part of it to almost the same extent. But when you go for these big firms, through my personal experience, I can say that these firms not only give you the technical knowledge, they provide you a very wide platform where you could probably enhance your skills, your presentation skills, because in today's scenario, it is very important that you have the knowledge, and along with the knowledge, you also have the ability to present that knowledge to convince the people around you that you have the knowledge and the caliber to handle a particular situation. So these big organizations, they provide you a platform, a number of opportunities where you could show that you, along with your knowledge, you also have the skills whereby you could use your knowledge to convince clients. Now when I talk about the experience that you get in these big firms, these firms not only give you technical knowledge, but they also give you a platform whereby you could learn, grow, and build a good network which would be very beneficial in the future. So networking is one skill that they teach you, and which will go a long way in establishing your career, be it in the corporate or be it by establishing your own firm. You need networking a lot, and these firms provide you the networking opportunity at a very early age. So this is one of the most important benefits that you have here. Also, these firms provide you an opportunity to show your talent at larger platforms. So what I personally learned throughout my articleship experience is that knowledge is one thing, and to be able to present it before a group of people is another. So it's comparatively easy to get knowledge, but when you have to show that knowledge to the world, it becomes a bit challenging, and these organizations provide you a platform where you could probably build up your skills to face these challenges in a better manner. So after sharing all my experience, I hope it has been useful to you, and you'll be able to make a more informed decision. I would conclude saying that don't just run after the brand name, There are a variety of things that you need to consider before you make a choice, and each of this is very subjective. So, considering all facts, you should make your choice in a very informed manner. Thank you.